Whoa.
Hello.
Howdy, everyone.
Hopping on a little bit early here since I see we have a raid.
Good gracious.
Goodness. Hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody from the Pandemonium Institute. How exciting. Good to see all of y'all. For anybody who's new here, I'm Lydia.
And I'm Drew.
We are Tail Wagging Games. Welcome.
Wow.
So I'm guessing at the Pandemonium Institute, y'all were probably playing Blood on the Clock Tower, which we have finally had a chance to play, and we love that game.
We do love it. That is awesome.
It's an awesome game. We can't wait to play it again at some point.
Great logo.
Oh, thank you. So thank you to everybody. And Love Meeples are in here. Let's see. And I butcher all names I ever read, so I apologize if I butcher. Oh, and Love Meeples have resubscribed.
Love Meeples. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Oh, thank you so much, everybody. Oh, let's see. Kodrak?
That looks right to me.
Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, wow. This is exciting.
Beyond Dead is in here.
Oh.
Follow.
Palm?
Or Paul
Paul
M.
M. That probably makes more sense. Paul M. Thank you so much. Palm. See, I butcher names. I apologize.
Goodness gracious.
Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, how exciting. The Love Meeple says, how was your trip? Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know, we were in Jamaica last week.
We were in Jamaica, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Paul M. or Palm. Or anything, really.
There you go. Well, thank you for the follow.
And the Pandemonium Institute says, we love you. Oh, we love you, too.
We guys, I love watching your streams. They're so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I discovered all of the the Blood on the Clock Tower stuff, like those streams are so fun to watch.
They are a
and
blast.
it's fun to play too, because you get to sit there and
Patters.
Thank you, Patters TTV.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, it's so fun to play. We played it. It was a few weeks back on the Game Cupboards stream that they were doing, and
it's hard to keep track of time at the moment. So.
Yeah, and it was just hilarious since
it was a lot of fun, and she's pressing things.
Oh, sorry.
We have a cat trying to adjust our stream.
Yeah, that does happen.
But yeah, we have played Blood on the Clock Tower. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah, I was poisoning you the whole time, and you didn't realize it, and you were trying to protect me the whole time, and it was great, good fun.
It wouldn't have mattered. I never protected anybody who got chosen anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. I had no idea. My power was useless regardless.
Oh, it was still a lot of fun.
It was a ton of fun.
We love that game, and we look forward to trying to play it again at some point.
Agreed.
So, yeah.
So how is everybody today? How are we doing?
Yeah, how are you all doing? The Love Meeples were asking how our trip was.
Right.
Our trip was a lot of fun. We had fun hanging out on the beach. We were there with Drew's family, and had a good time over there.
It was a lot of fun.
Relax and.
We miss everybody bringing us drinks frequently and cooking breakfast for us.
Yeah,
but
it was an all-inclusive resort, so like all you can eat, all you can drink. It's good stuff.
Oh,
thank you so much, Blackberry Brown Bear. I can say that one.
Thank you for the follow.
I remember that game. Yeah, it was a fun one. We had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for the follow.
I was trying to play chess in that game and be strategic, and it didn't matter because I barely did it wrong. So.
It was fun. I mean, it was our first time playing. We were learning.
Great vacations, just so relaxing. Agreed. It was very nice to get away. We haven't had a vacation in a while with everything going on last year and whatnot, but able to get away a little bit and relax, and so it was really nice. Yeah,
it was nice to finally get away again, and
it was.
And I always like that resort because it's full of cats. So I'm just like, cats on a beach. How could you go wrong?
It's so funny because we always joke, we'll walk around and Lydia is making friends with all the cats. And we had one night where we were hanging out on our porch and we're playing Flux. We're playing Flux with my sister. And we kept trying to give them like sausages and things. And so there was just this herd of cats on our porch. Mm-hmm. And my mom kept joking, saying like, well, we know where y'all's room is.
Yeah, just look for the room that's like coated in cats.
Right.
That's ours.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun though.
It was a ton of fun though.
Yeah, we had a blast.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but of course, like coming back from vacation, you always need the vacation from the vacation.
Yeah.
Like I feel like my brain is just finally starting to get back into normal mode again, where it's not like floating on an ocean somewhere.
I think I also had like vertigo for 3 days where I just felt like I was constantly moving.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the downside of like floating on an ocean because they have like these little like floats you can take out onto the ocean over there. So you can literally just like lie there in the ocean just floating, which
Yep,
is so relaxing, but also how I got like my back totally sunburned.
that's true
Which
too.
yeah.
Day one, by
Yeah,
the way.
first day. It never fails. But yeah, but just like floating on the ocean for hours, you go back on land and then you still feel like you're floating after a while.
Between floating in the ocean all week and then the plane ride back, it's just like we got back and we're just constantly feel like we're swaying.
Yeah.
So,
Like I'm pretty sure that we're standing on water still sometimes. Like, ooh.
so yeah, it was a good vacation. We are happy to be back though.
Yes, it is good to be back. Good to be back to streaming and hanging out with all of you wonderful people. We have
Wonderful
missed
people.
you so much. So glad to be back again.
And today we're gonna play Patchwork Doodle.
It's a play along stream today
It is.
of Patchwork Doodle. So if you're interested in playing along, you are welcome to. I can bring up the let's see, the player sheet in the chat here. Play along. There we go. That should be it. Yes, Patchwork Doodle. Yeah, I always try to like update everything right before the stream, and then I always have to like think back, like, did I actually update the link in here? Wait a minute. That's the right one. It should be at least. So if you click on that, you should be able to print out the sheet if you want to play along, or if you don't want to print anything, you could also open it up in Paint or something and just draw directly on there.
I've seen other people open it up in Paint and just draw directly on there. So yeah,
Save some paper.
if you want to play along, that's what we're gonna play today.
Yeah.
Should be a lot of fun.
Does anyone have any interest in playing along with us today? Let us know. So that way we know who's playing with us. But otherwise, I'm sorry for the dog making noises in the background.
Grumpy. I don't know why he's grumpy, but
He's always grumpy. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today, which is very exciting. And I'll get some music going too, maybe, if I can get this working. Let's see.
so how is everybody doing on this fine day?
Yeah.
What is it, Thursday now?
Yes, today is Thursday. Yes. How's everybody's day going? Playing any fun games? Doing anything exciting? Got any fun summer plans or anything happening right now?
Yeah, we're just getting back to reality here. So today was my first day back at work, and I was action-packed with meetings and a few more meetings, and
Yeah.
everybody wanted to talk. And
All right, let's see. What do we feel like listening to today?
I don't know what goes along with patchwork. What kind of music? Like happy, upbeat.
What goes with sewing quilts?
Is that what we're doing? Sewing quilts?
I mean, they're patchwork quilts.
And it gave Lydia an opportunity to
Laminate
something
I
else.
always love using my laminator ever since I got that.
That is true.
Where? What's good sewing music?
I don't know. I don't know.
Does anybody here make patchwork quilts? Do you listen to music while you create your own patchwork quilt? Maybe we'll just do some chill EDM.
Let's do some
again.
I'm in. I like it. Chill.
Chill patchwork seem very chill. I don't know how chill EDM is, but
I don't know.
we'll give it a try.
Yeah. But if you want to play with us, let us know. And it is posted in there. But if you're catching up, ! Play along. That'll also bring it up.
Yes. And also let me know if you're playing as well, because we may, I'm debating, because there's supposed to be like start cards that are different for each player. So depending how many people are playing, I may just give us all the same start card, or I can actually give everybody their own.
I guess that really depends on who all plays.
Yeah. Or if it's just me and Drew, you know, that's cool too.
That works also.
Yeah. Just let me know if you're wanting to join in or not. Let's see. Get all this going. And then we're also gonna go through the rules too. So if you don't know how to play and you're hesitant to play because you don't know the rules, we will go over all of that.
My head looks lopsided.
Your head is lopsided.
It's not. It just looks that way. My hair's wet, but it's growing unevenly apparently.
Oh no. Yeah. But might just be the two of us playing
Hey,
today.
that's fine too. We will play and have fun regardless.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Oops. I thought I muted everything.
Things are going off.
Thought I muted everything, but apparently I failed.
Oh. I'd love to know more about how the game is played. Well, we will go into that.
Sweet.
Yeah. we will talk through how to play it, because this is also going to be our first time actually officially playing it.
Yes.
I've watched some other people play it before, but I haven't actually had a chance to play along with them. So we finally got the game.
Yep.
So, and Drew hasn't played it before yet either.
I would also like to know more about how the game is
So
played.
I will be teaching Drew how to play, because he hasn't even looked at the rules. So we'll go over it for everybody.
We haven't posted here for us that Lydia types out the rules.
Yeah, any single time I'm doing a stream, I always type out a cheat sheet of all the rules to everything. Hello, Time Roller. How are you doing today?
Howdy.
Yes. And Time Roller, if you would care to play along, we're playing Patchwork Doodle today.
We are indeed.
Anybody's welcome to play. Just let me know if you want to play. Exclamation point, play along.
Now I'm watching 2 Drews. Yes.
Yes. All the Drews.
The 2 good Drews. It's fine.
Yeah, the 2 board game playing, streaming Drews. Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, awesome. Gotta watch all the Drews.
All Drew, all the time.
Oh, glad to have you here, Time Roller. Glad to have you watching all of the Drews.
All right. Shall we go to our lovely camera?
Doodle? Sure. Let's go over to Patchwork Doodle. Boop-ba-da-da-da-doo. Here you go. Patchwork Doodle.
Twitch is now in 3 Drews. And his special glasses. How long is the game?
The game says it takes about 20 minutes, although a lot of times when we're streaming, things typically take a little bit
We
longer.
may get distracted chatting.
We
and
chat sometimes. That's one of our things. We like to chat.
So probably closer to 30 or 40 minutes.
But also, if people aren't being interactive and chatting with us, it might go faster. Who knows? But yeah, so probably 30 minutes-ish.
Ish.
Ishy.
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 Got it. Patchwork Doodle.
Yes. So,
All right, tell me all the things.
all right, all of the things. So, I've already got it all set up here. Ba-ba-ba-bum.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Patchwork Doodle. So pretty much we're gonna be drawing little patches. Patchworks.
Okay.
Patches? Little patches, which these are kind of like some of the patches that we will have to choose from. There'll be more that come out as the game progresses. But it's gonna be basically like these little shapes made up of little squares that are gonna need to go on this 9x9 grid. So to start with, like there's these starting ones.
Yep.
That everybody can get like one to start with, and these starting ones that they have in here are all like 7 squared shapes.
Okay.
So they're a bit bigger than any of these other ones out here, and they're kind of awkwardly shaped.
Makes sense.
But we like it says to assign one of these to everybody to start with. So everybody would start with one of those, and pretty much we're gonna go around and have different ones of these assigned during each of the rounds, and you'll need to draw these on your patchwork and fill them in. And you can even like make them cute and colorful if you want to. I've seen some people do like watercolors and like all sorts of fancy stuff with theirs. Like you could be as basic as just filling it in like with lines or dots or whatever. But you can be fancy with it and do different colored shapes.
Make
you
it
can do
party.
different designs in it. You can get out your crayons and make it fun if you want. Yeah.
Crayons.
Yeah. In the rules, it says, like, if somebody's taking too long, feel free to just start decorating in yours. I like that rule. But yeah, so yeah, we're going to be drawing these different shapes, and pretty much, like, you're trying to make all of these fit as neatly and tightly together as you can in order to score the most points.
A lot like Patchwork, but just hand draw lots of paisley.
Ooh, that would look nice.
That'd be fun. But
I
a
might-
lot of work, too.
Yeah, I might try at least one paisley. That one does sound like fun. So pretty much, yeah, you're putting all of these onto here, creating your own little patchwork quilt. So when you're drawing all these, they can only go on an empty space. You can't draw one over the other or draw it off the board. Oh, thank you so much, D20 Dice Man, for the follow. Thank you. So yeah. So, as I was saying, they can't overlap, they can't go over the edge,
Yep.
they have to go on empty squares.
Got it.
And you have to be able to fit the whole shape in there. You can rotate and or flip any of the shapes before you place them. And some of them that are able to be flipped actually have on here what it would look like if it was flipped to help you visualize it in your mind a little bit better.
Okay.
If you're having a hard time visualizing, like, oh, what would this shape look like flipped? They put it there for you.
Very nice of them.
It makes it convenient.
It's flipped and... Oh, it's flipped.
It's flipped. It's
yeah.
mirror image of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're allowed to flip them like that, and that's why it has them on there for anything that can be flipped. Let's see. You do not need to draw it adjacent to anything else that's on your grid. So
you can draw it anywhere.
You can draw one here, one there, but yeah, probably not going to get as many points if you do it that way because you kind of want them all grouped together.
Got it.
So not the best tactic to do it that way, but you can if you really want to. If you're feeling lucky and like, yeah, I can make these all like go together somehow.
Okay, I see. I see.
And you cannot erase anything you've previously placed on your grid, but you can erase the one you're currently putting on there if you change your mind.
Got it.
Make sense?
Makes sense to me.
Okay. So there's going to be 3 rounds to the game.
Okay.
And each round is comprised of 6 turns.
6 turns. Got it.
And they're all going to be played simultaneously, so everybody's going to be kind of drawing the same patches on their board all at the same time.
Okay.
And then there's going to be intermediate scoring that happens at the end of each of the rounds.
Oh, all right.
Makes sense so far?
So far, so good.
And anybody in chat, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. So pretty much the rounds are going to go, you start off by rolling the die. So there's this little dice here.
Got it.
And we'll roll that, and it's going to move this little cute little, I think
cowboy?
It's like a cowboy? I don't know. Yeah, this little cowboy. He's going to move around depending on where we roll the dice. He moves that many, and that's the one that we're going to end up drawing.
Okay.
And if for any reason, also drawing it is optional. You do not have to draw it.
You can draw it if you want.
Yes, you can draw it, but you don't have to draw it. And if for any reason you cannot, the quilting cowboy, yes, he is. He's totally the quilting cowboy.
Quilting cowboy.
Love it. So also if you can't fit it on your board for any reason, then you have to pass, then not draw that one.
Okay.
Let's see. When all players have finished drawing, you discard that card. And then you roll again. And at the end of the 6th turn is when you will go to scoring that round. So as far as scoring the round goes, you pick a rectangle of shaded shapes. So you can't have any holes within this rectangle, but you find a rectangle on your board of shapes that are all filled in. And so for the largest square within that rectangle, you get 1 point for every block within that square.
Okay.
And then for every row or column outside of that square in that rectangle, you get 1 point for every row or column, if that makes sense. So here, let me grab one of these just to kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about, because that might make it a little easier to understand.
I think I get what you're talking about, but yeah.
So let's say...
Wouldn't hurt to...
Yeah. So let's say, like, this was my rectangle that was all filled in. Whoop. Sorry, my writing. So these were all filled in, like maybe this was something, this is something, all these are all filled in. Bop, 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 bop. All of that is all filled in. So this is now, what is this? A 3x5 rectangle?
Mm-hmm.
So that means the largest square within this is a 3x3.
Okay.
So then I'd get 9 points, because that's comprised of the 9 squares. 3 times 3, 9.
Okay.
So that's 9 points for that, and then plus there are these 2 columns, so that would be 9 plus 2.
Oh, okay.
So 11 points total for that scoring round.
Okay, that makes sense.
Does that make sense?
I get it. I get you.
And then that happens at the end of each of the rounds. So you do it for round 1, round 2, then round 3. So these rectangles that you choose hopefully are getting bigger and bigger each time.
Okay. I get it.
So you get more and more points at the end of
and we
each
do
round.
that we have 3 rounds of 6 turns each. Well, I mean, we all do it at the same time, but 6 turns. Right. Each round has 6 turns. Okay.
Right.
Makes sense to me.
Let me erase my little thing here. Make a big mess on my board. Here we go. So then we're gonna do that. So at the end of each round, there'll be 2 cards that are gonna be left on the board. Those are gonna stay for the next round, so they'll kind of get moved. So little cowboy has those as the next 2 cards he can potentially land on, and then we're going to add 6 more cards, so it always starts.
Blackberry Brown Bear says they're going to try to play along. Awesome.
Oh, awesome. Yes, please do.
Okay.
We would love to have you join us.
I love it. I love it.
Yes. And if you didn't get the sheet already, exclamation point play along in the chat brings it up. And if anybody else is still wanting to join us, not too late. You're welcome to join us.
Yep.
Glad to have you joining us, Blackberry Brown Bear.
I'm on my phone, or I would join too. Looks like a fun implementation of the game. I know.
Yeah. Well, you can just watch. That's always cool too.
True.
Yeah, but it is a pretty fun game from what I'm seeing. So we'll find out when
I mean, technically, you could just draw a 9x9 grid if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's true.
Play along.
That's true. Yeah, if that is very true. You do not need to print it out if you just draw a 9x9 grid on a sheet of paper.
Yep.
That works.
Cool. And then you have something else here about special actions.
Yes, there are. So there are special actions which are listed over here.
Okay.
Which you can take at any point during the game, even like during final scoring, or even if you're passing on your turn, whenever during the game, you can take these special actions only one time for each one.
If you're passing on your turn.
No, anytime during the game.
Anytime, okay.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Even during final scoring. Like we're final scoring and you're like, oh, I want to use this one right now. You can do it then too.
Okay.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Yeah. Blackberry Brown Bear is using a piece of graph paper. Perfect. That works.
Love it.
So these special actions that you can use, the first one on here is instead of drawing the chosen patch for that round, you can pick the one either directly to the left or to the right of that one to draw instead.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep. It's that one.
That's that first one on here.
Let's
And
see if I
so
can
for
get
anyone who's not using this, just you'll want to make note of these being the actions that you can take during the game. So the second one you can do is you can fill in one single square anywhere on your board. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay. The second one you can do is you can cut one of the patches. And when you're cutting it, you cut it into 2 pieces and you pick one of the pieces.
Oh, okay.
You do not use both the pieces. So like for instance,
if I was doing this one, I could either cut those 3 and use those 2. Or if I could cut like those 3.
Yeah,
okay.
It just has to be like a single cut anywhere on the patch that breaks it up into 2 pieces.
Got it.
And then you pick one of those 2 pieces and you can use that.
Okay.
So that's your little scissors, snippy, snippy. And then that second one on there just allows you to use any one of those again.
Okay. All right. So the 4 options are being able to choose one. So if we landed here, I could choose either that one or that one. I got one single solitary square. I could cut a patch.
Yes.
Or I could use any of those actions a second time.
Correct.
I get it. I'm ready.
Okay. And let me know if you have any questions in chat on any of that. And then just one final thing. When you get to the very end of the game, the very last round's going to be, the last turn of the last round is going to be a little bit different than all the rest. So basically for that one, there will be, I believe, 3 patches left on the board at that point.
Okay.
And you can choose any of those 3 to have your final patch on your board. And also at the very end of the game, you count up all your empty squares and put it in that box right there, and that gets subtracted from your total from previously to create your final score.
So you want to fill in as much as possible. Got it. Okay.
So makes sense. Okay, good.
All right.
And then that is how to play.
Makes sense to me.
All right. So is anybody else playing other than Blackberry Brown Bear?
I like that name.
That is a cute name. I like
It's
that
very-
name too.
It's very satisfying to say.
Oh. Dairy Yum? We'll play along too. And D20 Dice Man also joining. Awesome. Okay.
Awesome.
Let me know if y'all are ready to go or if you need a little bit of extra time to print anything out or get anything.
I got a question on empty single squares in original Patchwork.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Yep. Those empty ones will get ya. But yeah. So we can go ahead and do you think we should just all have the same starting patch? Would that make it a little bit easier if we just
I mean, there's what, 5 of us playing so far?
Yeah, 5 of us playing so far. It might be easier if we just all start with the same
We can
starting.
just all start with the same one. That works for me.
Do y'all have any preference in chat?
Unless anybody is massively opposed to this.
Do y'all be okay if we all just kind of...
If somebody's like, no, I just want my own.
Yeah, if you want your own separate starting patch, we can make that happen. But, like, to make it a little easier on everybody, we can potentially just give us all the same starting one.
Works for me.
And I'm gonna try something new this time. We're gonna see how well this works. But I tried creating a little, like, zoom up green screen cam. Anything is fine with me. Cool.
No objections then.
Cool. We'll see how well this actually works. I was fiddling around with trying to get the little green screen thing to work, so...
I'm excited.
Sometimes it works better than others. We'll find out how well it works. We can give it a try. We're gonna see. Okay, do you want to pick?
I'll draw one.
I'm gonna use our little green screen cam to zoom in on it.
We're gonna use this one here.
Stream Raiders today. No, for our play along days, we don't have Stream Raiders going.
Excuse me.
Just since we are currently keeping that to streams where we don't have as much player interaction. Yeah, so no Stream Raiders today, but for next Tuesday.
We will play Stream Raiders again Tuesday.
We will be back with Stream Raiders. Okay, let me see if I can get this working. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna turn this on. Okay, all right, so this is going to be our starting patch.
Hey, look at that.
Boom. So, it's not perfect, but it's working.
Amazing.
All right, so, and sorry it's wiggly. I'm not sure if it's just because our table's wiggly or my shelf is wiggly.
Because we're wiggling the table.
Okay. So hopefully it works.
Hey.
It's a little wiggly, but it's working.
We did a thing.
We did. I made something happen. Woo! So this will be our starting patch. So feel free to place this anywhere on your board. It's going to be fill up 7 squares, and there's a little thing in the top right-hand corner showing what it would look like flipped. You can rotate this, flip it,
bop it, pull it.
Exactly. Any of those things, but so long as it gets on your board. Let's see. Where do I want to put mine? Right, so already 4 points secured. Nice.
Winning.
Oh, goodness. How do I want to put this thing on here? I don't even know. I feel like this is a very strange shape.
You're a strange
And
shape.
if anybody would like us to rotate anything, if you're having a hard time like picturing something rotated a certain way, let me know, and I'm happy to move things around.
Gladly rotate it for you.
To make it moved for you in any direction if you need. I feel like, do I want to do that? I don't think.
Don't look at mine.
I'm not looking at yours. I was looking to see what
I don't know.
shapes
I put mine
are
kind of in the middle because this is an
Yeah.
odd shape to put at the top, so
It's an odd shape to put in a lot.
technically
of places.
rotating the first patch does nothing. Valid. Very valid point.
Is it bad if I'm already thinking of rotating it?
I mean, unless you just get a wild hair and you're just like, you know what would be fun?
Rotating?
the packet.
Yeah. Okay. I might not rotate it. Let's see. We might leave this as is and just stuff you into a corner.
I have a dog snout on me.
I'm putting it in the middle. Ooh, and I definitely rotated it for no reason. I'm considering it, yeah. Do we have to start touching the edge? No, you can put it anywhere. You can throw it in the middle, off to a side, wherever.
Yes.
Yeah, none of these have to touch each other. I mean, in order to score points, it does help. But when you're placing them on your board, they don't have to touch an edge. They don't have to touch each other. Yeah.
Can I help you? What is it?
No, our dog is
He's
wanting
really-
attention.
We played outside and everything.
All right. Great. I'm also on team the middle and rotated for no reason. It's a good team. That's a good team. I want to try to make this like paisley now.
Paisley.
Yeah. I can't even think of like what paisleys look like.
Come say hi to all the fun people. Come here. I'm gonna pick you up.
All right.
Oh, you're not gonna like it.
Is there anybody who still needs to see this anymore? Or
Say hi to all the people. Say hello,
can
people.
I take this away
Say hello, people.
while I try to figure out what a paisley pattern
You
looks
apparently
like?
have mud on your paws. Awesome. Good to know. Why do you have mud on your paws?
Uh-oh.
It's dried mud.
Oh. Great paisley. Bonus point award. Yay! Thank you. I'm like, these paisleys are like those little swirls and little things, right?
All right.
Sorry.
While you're doodly bopping.
All right, I'm all set. Okay, we'll take this away for now.
Hey, I like that green screen. It's not bad.
Thank
It
you.
up. Look at that. You can't even tell.
I mean, you kind of can. I'll hide the little green lines that pop up when it's not up there.
You better roll the die. Get ready for the next one.
Roll the die.
Here we go.
And if you needed me to put that back up for any reason, let me know, and I can bring that back.
1.
A 1.
Wow.
All right. So he is over here. So
wow.
All right, so if you need, I can pop this over on the green screen so everybody can see. And if you're wanting to use the thing where you draw whatever's to the left or right of it and can't see it with the green screen over it, just let me know you need me to move things.
Yeah.
But I will go ahead and pop this one back over here for right now so you can get a better look at what we are currently drawing on here.
What?
There we go. I gotta send my paisley. And then move on to something else.
You're gonna fall behind making
I know.
fancy doodles.
I can't make them all fancy. All right, there we go. There's my paisley for now. And I'm gonna use different colors at the very least.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. We've got colors. Might as well use them. We'll use you. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. All right, and let us know when
I am ready. I have decided.
when you've got this on your board. If you're ready for us to move on. You need us to move things so you can see what's on either side of it a little better. There we go. That's get that line off.
Yeah.
I drew these lines on my little green screen. Yeah, you drew. I drew these little lines on there to help me know. I lost the lid to my thing. Where to line things up to, but then the lines pop up if I move things. Where did the lid go?
Here, you draw. You draw. Oh, look.
Yeah, the lid just popped off my pen.
What are you doing? Puppy?
Okay. Make this one a little more boring so it doesn't take me as long. You having a hard time finding the lid?
What? I think it might be under puppy.
Oh, did it?
I don't know.
No, I think it went under me.
We'll find it a little bit.
Okay.
It can't have gone far, right?
You don't think that, but I'm pretty sure I found another dimension down here by losing the lid to this thing.
Well,
It's pretty impressive. We heard it.
we will find it later.
Yeah.
We shall continue until then.
Yeah.
Orange lid. Right, we'll find it.
Yep, orange lid. We'll find it.
All right, did you want to roll the next one or you want me
Oh,
to?
weird. All right, I gotta be careful with all the rest of the lids so I don't lose all the lids to all of our pens. Well, now you almost lost the dice.
Sorry. Got excited there.
I'm assuming we were done with this one.
I hope.
All right, if anybody needs us to go back for any reason, if you're falling behind, let us know and we can do something. Or if it's helpful, maybe I can put the ones that we've previously done like over here for right now. So that way if you walked away for a second and you missed something, you can find it again. So I'll put the ones that we've currently done over here just so we can still have those in case anybody misses anything. You can catch up over there. Okay, so you wrote...
definitely found another dimension, by the way. Oh.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with this table.
Hold on. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, so did you already roll
2.
it? 2? Okay. 2. All right, so there is our new one. Go ahead and put that one up here. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Here is our second one.
I guess I'll use orange.
Yes, the orange is there. All right, I'm being careful with these lids now. Do you refill the array each round, or does it just get smaller each time? These, we're gonna go, each round. So this is gonna get smaller up until, we're gonna go 6 times. So there'll be 2 patches left at the end of this round, and then we will refill it for the next round. So so it'll go from 8 down to 2, 3 times. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Sorry, I realize sometimes I say things in very confusing ways.
Agreed.
Sorry. No problem. No problem. Okay, so these little Tetris pieces. Where do I want to put you?
Can I sell my quilt on Amazon?
I mean, if anybody's willing to buy it, sure.
Are you kidding? This is going to be gorgeous. Look at this thing.
I'm just glad that this isn't like actual Tetris.
Why not?
Because
Because you would stress out?
well, no, I'm just saying because like in actual Tetris, I couldn't go in and fill in these holes.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, so I can make holes and hopefully be able to fill them later on. Let's see, make you polka dotted.
Lovely detail work, Drew. Thank you. I'm trying to make it pretty.
I know,
and
you're doing good. You're doing good.
trying to make it fun and exciting.
See, the problem is like if I try to make too much detail,
We'll be here all day.
We'll never get anywhere.
Lydia is an artist. In fact, she did our Tail Wagging Game logo in the bottom. Yeah. There.
Yeah.
She did that, and she did a lot of the art in and around our stream. So
Yeah. Not that there's that much. We've got one emote at the moment. I'm working on more, trying to find time to
yeah, she also did the
make all of
emote.
these. Yes. Alrighty. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, are
Glad
we
you
ready?
like the logo. Okay. Yeah. So I will go ahead and move this one. Hopefully you have all got it on your board, but I'll just put it right here just in case anybody's missing it.
Yeah, I'm assuming people are faster than us.
It's quite possible. It's quite possible. Okay. Do I get to roll this time?
You go ahead. You do it, girl.
Okay. 3, 1, 2, 3. Boom. Here we go. All right. Here's the next one.
And don't forget, we have the special abilities. You can choose the ones to the side if you want, and we can move this card up here.
Yeah, I can move it so you can see what's to the left or right of it if you like.
You can add a single square if you want.
Now let's see. What am I gonna do?
You need a new color here. Oh, you're hoarding the colors over there. That's where they're going.
There you go. I'll put them in the middle.
It's all right.
Let's see. Where does this one want to go?
What kind of work are we gonna do here? What kind of art are we gonna make? I like your paisleys though.
You. Unfortunately, those took me a long time, and I don't want to paisley everything.
Special abilities are essentially once per game, right? Yes. Correct?
Oh,
special abilities?
I wasn't sure if you were reading that. I'm like, I don't see anybody asking that.
I was
Oh,
reading
you
it.
were reading it. I'm just blind. I'm sorry. Yes. I couldn't tell if you were just asking. I'm sorry.
I was reading chat and then
Yes, Blackberry Brown Bear. I see it.
rotate 180.
Okay, special abilities. Yes, you may only use them once per game, but one of them is the ability to use one a second time.
Would you rotate the card 180 degrees,
Rotate
please?
180, yes.
Better save them for later.
Although technically, that's not a 180 turn, is it? No.
That's a 180 turn.
That's a 180 turn. There you go. Now you can see it.
I'd be in trouble in the last round. I know. I'm trying to save mine till the end, just in case.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, that rotating 180 helps me as well, because I was trying to draw it that way, but I was trying to picture it in my mind rotated 180, so that's helpful for me too. Sometimes it's just easier to see it than to have to try to picture it. Let's see, this one's going to be filled with smiley faces.
Smileys, huh?
Smileys. This one's going to be happy. Hey, this one's a crazy.
I went for a cow design, like a spots kind of
Oh,
thing.
there you go. Yeah, this is full of happy faces. All right.
I'm trying to make sure I pronounce it. Darium?
Darium?
Did that rotate help at all?
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Miriam.
Miriam.
I want to know where you threw this lid.
I have no idea. It must have like rolled underneath.
Very helpful. Good.
Something. There we go. Okay.
We'll find it.
Yeah. All right. The next one.
That is 3 of our 6. Remember, there's 6 in one round. The first round. 3. 1, 2.
Hey. Ooh, I was hoping you'd get that one. Yeah.
Hey.
I was hoping for that little guy. All right. So this guy. Pop you up there for now. There we go.
1 M is fine. My typical Darium wasn't involved.
Okay.
I don't know. Darium sounds very thoughtful.
It does. It does.
All right.
All right. So just a tour. I know exactly where I'm putting you.
I've already used an
In this
orange.
spot.
In that little bitty spot.
The spot I was saving just for him. What do I want to put in that one? What's on this? We'll make little amoebas.
Amoebas?
Amoebas kind of look like Paisley.
Which are the cards either side of this one? Ah,
Yes. I will hide this for a second so you can see it.
it's this one here
Yeah.
and that one there.
Yes. And if you want me to put any of those closer so you can see exactly
Yeah.
what those look like. Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah. And if you want us to put any of those on screen for you.
I need to design a pattern here.
Yeah. Cool. Alright. Here's some amoebas. They kind of look like Paisley. And this one was, I feel like, an easier one. I don't know if anybody needs me to put it back up. I'll put this back
I think
up
we should be
right
good on that one, but just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
let's see. Oh, let's see. Since we're doing 6, I think I can lay these out. Scoot these over here and make another little column next to it.
Just in case.
There we go. There we go. We'll make this work.
All right.
All right. So this
Next.
filling this one in with tiger stripe.
Ooh,
I like
love
it.
it.
All right.
Love it.
You there? Okay. Is it my turn to roll?
Yeah. Your smiley faces here kind of on the stream look like little panther spots.
Oh, kind of do. Well, panther spots in general always just kind of look like smiley faces to me. I'm running out of different brushes to use in MS Paint. Oh no! Right.
2!
We got a 2. So,
Hey, that's the one I wanted.
oh, convenient.
What luck.
Here we go. Here is that one. Let's see. What colors have I not used yet? Right.
3 and 2. Oh, that's the one I wanted here.
That doesn't really work for me.
Pass.
I'll make it work. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. I guess I'll take it away. Oh, maybe I don't want that. Hold on. Changing my mind. Trying to make a mess of it. Here we go. I think I want it to go this way. I feel like this way will help me out more. I don't actually know for sure. I like the tiger striped idea. I might steal the tiger striped idea.
Steal it.
I hope you don't mind if I also use tiger stripes. Like that. Or maybe mine can be zebra stripes. I mean, you can't really tell because they're red. So they're like a sunburnt zebra. Remember, did anyone else ever hear that joke as a kid? What's black and white and red all over? A sunburnt zebra. No? Also a newspaper. Stripes for everybody, yes!
I tried to do a checkerboard pattern, but failed miserably.
It's all good. And if you need a wet one, wet one's there too.
Oh, I might need a wet one.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter. I'm just fixing my pattern, but I'm putting it in the same place. Shaved weird patterns into my head for a festival once, then shaved it all afterwards.
That sounds like fun.
Awesome.
So I always wonder, like, people who shave those things up with the stripes. Wait a minute. All right, gingham, but the fabric maker gave up. Oh. But the stripes I have shaved into it got sunburned, so I have the sunburned zebra look. That's what I was just about to say. Like, I've always wondered, like, people who have those fun patterns shaved in, like, if they'd get, like, tan lines or, like, a burn in those patterns. Which, then you could just shave your whole head and have, like, a tattooed looking head in a way.
Weird patterns in your head. Yeah,
that could be cool. That sounds like fun. I mean, sunburn on your head does not sound like fun, though. That sounds like it could be painful. But having a cool tan afterwards could be fun.
You have to imagine that there's someone somewhere who kind of likes being sunburned.
Like people who enjoy pain?
Yeah.
Possible. Yeah. I mean, there's people out there who enjoy all sorts of things, I'm sure, but I mean, I was recently sunburned, and I definitely
You didn't enjoy it?
I did not find it enjoyable. All right, are we done with this?
I'm
one
ready.
now?
I'm ready. I'm sure I was slow.
I know you were over there making like beautiful.
It's making
works
checkered
of art.
patterns.
Okay, our final one.
Final one.
Whose rolls it? Yours?
Oh, you go ahead and roll. I think I rolled the last one, or you did, or somebody did.
Who knows?
Yeah, just roll.
Who knows?
It's fine.
It's okay. Either way, we're going somewhere.
3.
All right, 1, 2, 3. This is our final one
Hey,
for this round.
go. Hey, but you go.
There we go. All right, final one for this round, and then you can start tallying up your scores for round 1 based off of a solidly filled rectangle within your board. That means rectangle in some.
It means rectangle?
Yeah, rectangle. I'm not sure how that means rectangle, but I'm going with it. It means rectangle.
Hey, whatever makes you happiest.
We'll go for it.
Yellow might not be a good color for this.
Maybe not, unless you fill it all in. If you fill it in and don't leave too much white, it might look. Let's see. Well, I guess you can kind of work here. We'll make you work here.
Hey, you can see it well enough.
Yeah, if you fill it in, it's fine. And then let us know what your score is for the intermediate scoring. I had to use an ability, but I think I scored 18. Cool, yeah, no problems with using an ability. That's what they're there for.
Nice.
Let's see where we're at. Let's see. Oh, I'll make this one swirly.
Ooh, swirls. Love it. Hey, you can see that well enough. I like it. So you take...
You find a rectangle. You may have rectangles going in like different orientations, so you'll want to see which rectangle will score you the most points.
Square, right?
You calculate all of the squares within one of the squares within that rectangle. If that makes sense. And then for any rows/columns beyond that, you get a point for that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have this big rectangle here. I think I got 25 points.
Is it just a solid square?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by 5 right there.
Oh, nice. So yeah.
Hey, I'll take 25.
And then you write that next to the one at the top.
All right. I have a 4 by 7 rectangle. I think that's 19. You would do the 4 by 4, which would be
17, 18, yes, that sounds right.
16. Yeah.
Because yeah, the 4 by 4 square within that rectangle.
Yes.
16.
Because that'd be the 4 by 4 square, which is.
And then you'd have 3 rows or columns past that, so that would be 19. Yes, that is correct.
I did not have any extra columns. I'm just doing 25.
All right, so I'll use, I think, this this one. So this one is...
So we have 18. We have 19.
Let's see if there's any way. I think all of mine are... You got the same.
So you got 4x5 for sure.
Yeah, I think all of mine are about a 4x5 that I can do. 17.
Yeah. 4x5 here, so 17, I think. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Black Bear, Brown Bear.
Love it. All right.
Cool.
On to
round number 3. So these ones scoot over to be close to our, what did we call him? The
Quilting Cowboy.
Quilting Cowboy. I like it. And then we draw 6 more to go around and complete the circle. And these ones are gonna go away. Make sure they stay on screen too.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, Drew's not used to having to set things up to be on screen. I'm usually the one who does it.
And do we set this underneath this guy?
He goes there.
Got it.
Yeah. There we
Boom! Look at that, on screen and everything.
go. Nice.
Yeehaw!
All right. Cool.
Like a quilting cowboy.
All right. You wanna
I'll roll.
first?
Here we go, folks.
Here we go. Here we go.
3.
All right. 3. Ooh. Okay.
All right.
So here we have our first one for the next round. Kind of looks like a little spaceship. A little Galaga spaceship or something.
Little spaceship. All right.
Let's see. Start moving our way around. Oof, what a shape. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it is quite the shape. Don't forget, there's still abilities for you to use if you so choose. I think I'm gonna have this going over here and doing a thing. Maybe. I'm sitting on top of this other shape over here.
Do it.
Got flowers on the shape. How many flowers?
You're going flowers, huh?
I'm gonna go with the flowers. Kind of derpy flowers, but
Derpy.
yeah. Which, speaking of derpy, we've discovered on this vacation that I tend to have a resting derp face for photos.
She does. It's true.
Like, some people have the resting bee face, you know.
Not Lydia.
I have a resting derp face. Like, pretty much, like, any photos that were taken with me, the majority of them, I just have, like, the weirdest face going on in them. I think that I panic when a camera gets pointed at me and, like, my face just does weird things because I don't know what to do with myself. Because I'm not, like, one of those selfie-taking people. I'm not sitting there, like, constantly taking beautiful selfies of myself all the time. And I don't know how to pose for photos at all. Like, so as soon as I see a camera, I'm just like, ah! And, like, weird things happen to my face.
Weird things happen to my face.
I don't know how to properly pose for photos. I am not one of those girls who knows my perfect angle in a photo and my perfect lighting and that I can just take, like, beautiful selfies. Because, like,
There was one photo that I was walking up to the table where my family was eating, and I stopped and took a picture, and everybody was there, and, like, you pan across the picture, and, like, my entire family is just, like, smiling, and then you get to Lydia, and she's like...
food in my mouth in that picture, and I'm like, I look like a deer in the headlights with, like, a mouthful of food. I do not take good photos.
It was amazing, though. She does have the resting derp face.
I do.
All right.
It's funny. It's funny seeing what I look like in photos. All right, we'll move on to the next one.
Yep.
Oops, what happened there?
I got excited.
Okay.
All right, go
You're
ahead.
flipping the dice, not the cards.
Roll for
Okay.
us, please.
Okay. 2.
2.
1, 2.
That's an interesting shape.
We're doing the stair steps. All right. Here we go. Here's our next one, the stair step. Yeah, definitely. I feel like I was training for having a resting derp face in photos, like, from a young age. Because me and my sister used to sit in, like, the back seat of my parents' car in road trips when we were going anywhere as kids, and we would sit there, like back when phones were first on cameras, and we would try to make the ugliest faces we possibly could to take pictures of. So, like, we would just have contests of who could make uglier pictures, like uglier photos of ourselves. So, back before, like, selfies were really a thing, we were practicing our selfies with the ugliest faces we could possibly make. I feel like that is the opposite of what most people do.
That is true.
But it's more fun that way. Well, I'm not sure. This one, I'm gonna do something to the left or right of this one, maybe. No. That's the best way to take a picture as a kid, for sure. Yes, it was so much fun. That was a lot of fun. Alright, let me try it this way. Let's put these little stair steps over here. Oops. This is interesting music. Beep, 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 boop, bop.
Beep, 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 oh, wow. Beep, 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 oh, wow.
Yeah, it's very interesting music. I'm not sure if it's coming across on stream. I know sometimes, like before, we had a hard time getting any of our music to play on stream very well. I think I fixed it this time. Alright, we're doing more tiger strings.
Beep, 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 but wow. Beep, 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 but wow.
I like tiger strings. We're doing more of those.
Sounds good. We can hear it. Rave quilting.
Yes.
I think we've started a thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only way to make quilts.
I mean, how else would you want to make quilts besides rave quilting?
I mean, especially when you've got the quilting cowboy. Is that what
The quilting cowboy. As long as he comes to our rave, we're good.
Yeah. Like, I picture him having, like, a light-up cowboy hat on. You know, he's probably got, like, the rave within his little cowboy hat. Just, like, these lights going whoop, whoop, whoop. Pretty sure that's how he does it. I mean, when you're a quilting cowboy, that's how you roll. All right. Everybody got their stair steps?
Here we go.
All right.
2.
Okay. Little line. Here we go. All right. Here's our next one. There you go. Do I want to put you there? Or do I want to put you there? Or do I want to put you there? There's multiple spots I can
Just
put you.
what I needed. Nice.
Good.
Awesome.
Glad we could help.
We did it on purpose.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Toots.
Totes. Do I want to do there? Do I want to do there? What else do we got on here? I don't want to. I'll use the yellow. Yeah, I feel like these more normal shapes are always much more helpful in filling in some of the holes.
Yup. I like this rave.
The quilting rave.
Yeah.
I feel like that should totally be a thing, like quilting parties that are raves. Like, I feel like more quilters could just get together and like have these massive like quilt cons.
Quilt con.
Yeah, where they have like
just feel-
quilting raves.
I just feel like the people who like raves and the people who love to quilt are completely different groups. I don't think that Venn diagram touches very closely. I just have the feeling that the Venn diagram is like two circles
There's
over
not
here.
that many rave quilters out there.
Or maybe like one pixel overlapping in the circle. Just a tiny,
I'm sure at least one person out there is somebody who enjoys raves and quilting.
Yeah, there's somebody out there.
I'm sure at least one person out there enjoys both.
I'm sure. All right.
Move this little fella.
All right.
Oh. What if it is and they all just believe that too? Oh.
Maybe they just believe they're the only ones.
Yeah, and just nobody's bothered to try to make this quilt
The one,
rave.
the only rave quilter.
Yes. Yeah, like secretly all quilters might love raves. Maybe.
I know how to sew and knit and was club DJ for 12 years. Well, see, there you go.
There you go, Time Roller. You're proving my point here. People might like both. So on the rave, they won't say the quilt.
I mean, I don't know that I've only been to one rave. They won't say they quilt.
There you go. Yes.
1, 2, 3.
All right.
I mean, I know how to crochet.
I quoted that to my girlfriend. Somewhere out there must be someone who enjoys raves and quilting. All right, here's our next one.
She says in block capitals. That's me. Say me. There you go. We found one person who likes raves and quilting.
See, and there may be more. Like, if she likes it, who's to say there's not a whole colony of rave quilters out there that don't even realize that they're out there.
I mean, I had a friend.
I feel like the quilting rave should totally be a thing now.
I had a friend who wanted me to teach him to crochet, and he wanted to start a group of guys who got together and crocheted to death metal. So
Yeah.
I feel like there's a group for everything.
Drew does crochets.
I do. I crochet these.
What are you doing? I forgot that I had made myself this drink over here. And now, like, all the ice has, now there's cat fur in it.
Yum.
Yeah, so,
Our cat likes,
yeah. I decided to be fancy today. I'm like, I made myself an iced chai latte. And then I totally spaced out and forgot I had that over there.
Do you want a bow?
Oh. Yeah, so now it's, like, all watered down and full of cat food.
Yeah, I crocheted a lot of things for Lydia, and some of them are up here.
Yeah, cat cam. Yes, that does happen quite a bit.
I would love to have like a dedicated cat cam, but they don't stay still often enough for us to have it in one place.
That's true. I mean, but they do come up here. I use my snip to make this fit where I need it. Good. I am actually thinking of doing the exact same thing. I am going to use my snip as well. What was the middle special power? The one with... Oh, that one you can just fill in one square on your board. Anywhere.
Where would I put this?
I'm using my snipper. Snipper.
Use the old snipper.
Snipper. I'm snipping off that little tail end to fill this in.
I'm also a snippin'.
What's the good one to snip? If I use the first power to draw this, do I draw it again? Oh, you can, yes. If you use that first power to draw it, if it's on the left and right, then yes. You do draw it again.
Good move by Lydia there with the snip.
Oh, thank you.
I like that. You filled it in perfectly.
I did.
I was trying to figure out how to make mine fit.
Oh,
I could do the same
wait.
kind of like snippy thing that you did,
You could.
but then I need a 3er like right there. I'm kind of saving that area.
Oh. You do you, boo. Quilting rave. Now I feel like that should be like an actual song. Like somebody needs to create the quilting rave song. This should totally be a thing.
Quilting rave, quilting rave. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've only been to one rave in my lifetime, and I did security there, so.
I don't know that I've ever been to like an official rave. Like I've been to quote unquote like raves like at anime conventions as a kid. Does that count?
Anime conventions as a kid.
Well, teenager. I consider teenager being a kid. But I feel like, you know, it's a bunch of people dressed up as anime characters trying to throw glow sticks around at each other and trying to be all cool. Guess I should drink my watered down iced chai latte that I made over here. I just shouldn't have put ice in it and it wouldn't have gotten watered down.
I know.
Totally forgot I had that. So much for me trying to be all fancy with my drinks today. Not too bad.
I don't know what I was going for here with my pattern, but it came out weird and wonky, so I'm just filling it in.
Yeah, it's starting to almost look like a swastika, you might.
No, that's not what it was supposed to be.
Be careful with your back.
That's not what it was supposed to be. Filling it in. Don't. I was thinking window. I don't know why you went swastika. It looked like a window.
Okay. Well, your window was at a weird angle, so that's why it went there in my mind.
Demonetized by Twitch. I know. I'm filling it in. It's
Yeah,
a solid square.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's solid and it's
gone.
beautiful. No. Bad.
Oh,
Bad,
no.
Lydia.
Yeah, we do not support that. No.
That's a common issue with quilting when making windmill patterns. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, I feel like it probably would be, you know, like you get this pattern going, it's like, oh, this is so pretty, oh wait, this is starting to look like something it shouldn't. Alright, let's change this all up. Oh, goodness. Alright, so we got this one.
Alright, moving on. Here we go.
We have corrected all patterns.
One.
Alright. Our quilting cowboy.
Like a quilting cowboy.
Selected this one. Boom. There we go. Ooh.
Where do I want this puppy to go?
Ooh. Let's see.
I feel like at this point I'm gonna have to do a little snippy snip myself.
Yeah. You may want to.
There's no place I'm happy with putting this, bad or worse. Yeah.
I know. I'm thinking I might use the use a neighboring one on this one. Because I don't know that I want to put this.
That's not a bad idea either. Because that one was here, so we could go with this one or this one.
Yeah. And if anybody needs me to take this off the screen so you can see the neighbors, just let me know.
Let me see the neighbors.
Let me see the neighbors. I'm happy to show you the neighbors.
That's very odd. Don't look at the neighbors. Oh, goodness.
These neighbors don't mind being looked at.
Could we see the neighbors for a second? It's a very odd thing to say, but all right.
All right. So the neighbors are this guy and this guy.
Can I see the neighbors? Yep, that's the kind of party we have.
Yep. We all check out the neighbors.
Y'all want to see?
I'm going to take one of the neighbors.
Goodness. Why? Oh, goodness.
Got myself a neighbor. What's you doing? Did he find a hair tie? Okay. Now, our cat, Juju. We've got 3 cats, for anybody who's unaware.
But he did.
Oh, no. It was a hair tie. Yeah, you can throw that away. He's got an obsession with hair ties, and he likes to play with them and eat them.
Thank you for the peek over the backyard fence.
No problem.
That's what our parties are about.
We're here for it. We got cool neighbors. They don't mind.
Y'all come see the neighbors. Goodness.
Here, and I'll put up the other one just in case anybody still needed that one. Boop.
Oh, I need to do mine. I don't know where I'm going to put mine.
And if anybody needs to see our neighbors again, just let me know.
Oh, goodness gracious. My goodness.
This one's gonna get little hearts in it. I'm gonna get hearts. Okay, I'm filling in around the hearts, but I'm not doing a very good job. So these hearts
Question.
are becoming weird blobs. Yes.
Can you use 2 powers at the same time? Like, could I take a neighbor and then give it the old snipperoo?
Yeah, you can use any of the powers at any point. So, yeah, you can grab a neighbor.
It's going to be a 49 round. What?
So yes, you can grab and snip a neighbor.
Grab and snip.
Grab and snip a neighbor.
Neighbor may not like it, but we're going to do it.
If you haven't used either of those powers yet, you can. So, 'cause I think, yeah, we still
I just
have
need to
one
draw
more
mine
after
real
this
quick.
one.
I'm sorry. I'm going.
This is gonna just one more after this one. Waiting on Drew.
I go there. I was trying to debate.
While we're waiting on Drew, we can fill in our things a little more. And
Whoa!
Maple Grande's right there!
Maple Grande, welcome.
Hello, Maple Grande!
The other Drew.
Yes, the other Drew's out here. All the Drews are combining.
We're bringing all the Drews into one place.
Oh, that's some good title placement here. Nice. Hello, yes. Hello, Raiders. Hello, everybody.
I do want to do a shout out.
Yes, do a shout out. Oh, I don't think I didn't do a shout out earlier, did I?
You did not.
I got
Brewception.
So
Patchwork Doodle is fun. Agreed. Welcome, Maple Grande and friends.
Shout out to Maple Grande.
Misty Mountain Girl.
If you are here and you're not already following
I
Maple
came for the
Grande.
tacos.
Nice.
Too much Drew. No such thing.
Yeah, Maple Grande is also awesome.
Agreed.
They are also an awesome board game playing couple who happens to have a Drew as well. So if you're not already following them, go give them a follow too. And Annie? Anne. Thank you for the follow.
Games of Fire.
Games of
Thank you for the follow.
Also, thank you for the follow.
Never too much Drew.
Thank you.
Agreed. I agree with Drew.
Yes, there's never too many Drews. And I'm sorry if I'm missing things from the chat.
A lot happening.
Yeah.
The 4th power is you can reuse it, as Paul M said.
You can. Oh yeah, for what is the 4th power? Yes, the 4th power on here is reusing any of the previous 3 powers a second time.
Tachos are taco shells filled with nacho fixins and dipped in nacho cheese. I'm in.
That sounds delicious.
But I was already following you. I am now. Yes.
I'm glad you're following now.
I answered to both. Answers to both Anne and Annie.
See, I feel like I should pronounce that as Anne, because that's actually my middle name spelled that way, Anne.
Mine too.
So you would think that I would be able to
Drew
read
Ann.
that properly, but
Drew Anne.
Anne.
Oh yeah, I still got to use mine. I'm sorry.
But yes. Oh,
Whoa.
Board Gamer Stuff. Thank you for the follow.
Oh.
Yay. Linda. Yes.
Linda. Linda, listen.
What?
Apparently.
Yeah, for some reason our auto blocking bot thing thought that tachos was a bad word.
We don't say that in this stream. Technically, it's Anne with
silent
Oh.
E. Yeah, see, that's how my middle name is, Anne with a silent E. So you would think that I could read that, being as that is part of my name too. See, I can't even read my own name.
Apparently not.
Yeah, that's one of the things about me. I'm very good at butchering names.
Yes.
Even if it's my own, apparently.
Yes. Modded for my love of this new food I just learned about. Yeah, I know.
I don't know, but it does
Tachos are my new favorite food, and I know what we're having for dinner tonight.
Yes, that sounds amazing. My name has a not silent IE on the end.
Nice.
Can you pronounce your own name?
Is it Time Roller with an
I don't
IE?
pronounce my middle name very often, so I get thrown off when I actually see it spelled out somewhere.
I know.
Yeah, it's not very often. I don't go by my middle name. Drew does.
I do.
Drew is not actually his first name.
It is not.
It is his middle name.
That is true.
Fun facts.
Fun facts with Lydia.
Yes. Oh, and I think we're still waiting on you to draw this one on.
I know.
We're waiting forever for him to draw.
Well, and
this
we got
one.
raided. I got sidetracked, and
I know, it was very exciting, and hello, Raiders, as an official welcome, since Drew is taking forever. If you are still hanging around, I'm going to switch over just to talking for a second. We'll be right back to the game. Give an official welcome to all the Raiders. I'm here. Yes, you are here. Hello, and welcome. Yes, Meeple Grande is here. So yes, thank you so much for the raid, Meeple Grande. You all are amazing. For anybody who's brand new here, I'm Lydia.
I'm Drew.
We're Tail Wagging Games. We also play board games.
We do.
We're playing one right now. It's a lot of fun. We're doing a play along at the moment of Patchwork Doodle.
I usually
Hello, friends. Yeah, we are doing a play along right now of Patchwork Doodle. We're about halfway through at the moment, but y'all are welcome to just join us, have some fun. We're currently having a quilting rave, if you will.
We're having a quilting rave.
We've been talking about how people might enjoy raves and quilts all at the same time. That There's probably this whole community of,
underground rave quilting.
Yeah, probably.
Quilting raves.
And if not, somebody needs to make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go to an underground. Maybe it could, instead of like a quilt rave, it could be like a arts and crafts rave where you could do whatever you do if you sew or crochet. Everybody could join.
Oh, and Timer Alert, I love your little mooch emote.
It's amazing.
The little cat on the table. Yeah, that's our cats on our table all the time.
All the time. I would love to see an arts and crafts rave. Right?
With board games too. Just combine it all.
Hey. That's what we're doing right now.
Yes. Can we have a knitting rave? Yes.
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 Absolutely.
I say yes.
Absolutely.
That would be an odd Venn diagram. Yes.
Right.
Drew was talking about that just a little bit ago, that he didn't think that
was my initial
ravers
comment.
and quilters would interlap.
I just thought the Venn diagram of ravers and quilters might be like one pixel, just like.
I'll glue maples all over myself as an exhibit. That would be amazing.
I would.
Yes.
I would go to see that exhibit.
Now. This needs to happen.
You know those things that they sell around Christmas time, that like the ornaments you can put in your beard? We can make some.
Meeples for me.
Yeah. I love it.
This needs to happen now.
We're gonna make it happen.
Yes. All right. We can go back to the game.
Back to the game.
And discuss further. But yes, this needs to happen. And welcome, Raiders. And y'all are amazing. All right. Back to the game.
All right.
You guys are fun. Glad I followed you.
I'm glad you followed us.
Okay, so we finished with this one.
All right, on to the next. I'll roll.
Okay. The final one for this round.
Oh, 3.
Meeple-based beard bling. Yes.
Ooh.
That needs to be a thing.
Meeple Grande, I think we have a side business going on here. Meeple-based beard bling.
Yeah, I think by Christmas time, this should happen. Everybody will want one.
I love it.
All right, is this our final one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Juju's over there doing something. All right, here is the final one for this round.
Did you? Jefferson.
Move. I don't know what you're doing. But you need to move. Beard ornaments. Yeah, exactly. But like meeple ones.
Yeah, simple shape. I know.
I know.
Excuse me. Why do I have a little butt in my face? Pardon me, sir.
All right, what color? What have I not used twice? I haven't used these yet. Okay. Juju.
Are we in your way?
Juju thinks he's helping.
He is not.
He is not helping.
And if you would like to take a peek at the neighbors,
yeah,
let us
know. Juju.
Are we in your way?
There's the cat who thinks he's helping.
Yeah.
But he's kind of making a mess of things. You're in my life, Juju. I can't see. Oh, he's holding onto the table. Juju. He's got his claws dug in.
Here, I'll pick up you. You undo the claws.
Alright. There we go.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
buddy.
likes to dig his claws into the felt that I put on the table. And then he likes to like knead at it, which doesn't work very well when trying to play a game on it. Okay. And he's gonna come right back.
He's gonna try to.
Okay, so this was here, this was here. Okay. We can go that way, but you're gonna start poking at Dinah over there, I'm pretty sure. Because there's another cat back there, and she does not
He likes to
being
pick
poked
on
at.
the other kitties.
Okay, and you're all over my keyboard. No, you're typing things. Maybe I'll get to draw this shape. I might need you to run kitty interference so I can actually draw
Kitty
the shape.
ferrets.
And don't forget, you can tally up your points for this
Ooh,
round as
and
well.
I might need to use some of these little things. Oop. Close that.
Okay. Let me see if I can draw the shape before the kitties distract me again. Let's see, we'll draw you for it. So how are y'all doing, Meeple Grande? How's everything over on your stream? I saw you were talking about your adventures you were having. Did you get any gameplay in as well? I couldn't see what game you were playing over there. I tuned in to hear. Oh yeah, I did see you were playing Trails of Tucana. I had to run away right as you were getting back to that. Oh, sorry, I'm getting distracted by cats fighting next to me. How about you move? Here, you go me. Okay. Yes. So, how did Trails of Tucana go? And your adventures that you were having sounded very exciting. Let's see. What have I not done yet? I don't know. Do reverse polka dots.
I think I put myself in a very precarious position.
Did you?
I think so.
How so?
Lots of Dragon Mice got connected and may have raided your channel. Just saying.
So it sounds like it went well.
Sounds like a good one.
That sounds like it went well. Alright, and for anybody who has finished this round, let us know your scores for the end of round number 2. Alright, I'm at 27 for that one.
I've got 36.
Goodness. Wow, everybody's doing so much better than me right now.
No. I got 42.
Okay. Darium has 49.
49? Nice. I'm off to eat my fajitas. Have fun. Awesome. Enjoy your fajitas.
Ooh,
Put them in
enjoy
a taco shell.
fajitas. Yeah, enjoy that Games of Fire. And yeah, I'm also gonna.
Taco shell and some nachos.
Yeah. The tachos? Is that what we were saying that they
Tachos.
were? Yeah. Those also sound good. But yes, enjoy your fajitas. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And I know I was chatting with you in the Meeple Grande chat about maybe trying to make it to BGG Con. I need to talk to this guy about it. This is the first who's hearing about it. BGG Con is in Dallas.
Oh.
And it's in November, I believe.
Oh.
So we do have family that lives there, so we may be able to try to make it over there.
Maybe.
We'll see what we've got going on, but we may try to visit you over there because Games of Fire was going to try to be over there.
Cool. Let's see. 36. I could use my last special to make it 37, but I want to keep a hold of it smart.
Nice.
5 and 8, so 28. That sounds right. Sounds like a lot of calculating. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, that sounds right. Do you add the round 1 score to it or just count the current rectangle? You count the current rectangle, but we'll be adding all of these up at the very end.
Yes. All right. So meanwhile, these get pushed this way. Make sure I can't see, but.
Oh, sorry. I'll take this one away for right now. And then he needs to go, so those would be the next ones he'd go to. Yeah. And then these ones he'd go go away. So now we're in the final round right now.
Hey, there's a oneer. Look at that.
Paul M says, I'm also heading out to get some dinner soon. Thanks for the fun game and fun chats. No problem. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Paul M. or
Yeah.
Palm.
Palm or Paul M. Enjoy your dinner.
Yeah, thanks for hanging
being
out, man.
here.
Appreciate it.
We enjoyed having you here.
Good luck, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think he means specifically Drew, so only good luck to me. That's right.
And Juju's back.
All right.
He doesn't stay away for very long. All right, the cat came back.
All right. Is everybody ready for the next round?
It's kind of hard to tell on screen that there's actually a cat sitting here because it's black on black, but there's a black cat sitting right here. All right. All right. Final round. Here we go.
One.
One. All right. So the first one of the final round.
And remember, you can use the neighbors.
If you still have that power available to you.
If you want to take a peek at the neighbors, let us know.
Let's see. I still have a one.
It's only weird if you make it weird.
And if you need me to rotate anything or do anything to the cards, just let me know. Alright, I think I'm gonna do a thing here. I'm gonna use this flipped version. And then I'm gonna use my fill in a square power and fill in that square down there.
Nice.
Although there are two just available squares.
I know, there are two
Maybe
small,
I'll hold
like,
on
oneers.
to that.
Yeah, hold on and see what
Later.
happens.
Just in case. Yeah, there's multiple single squares.
Hey, little face, what are you doing?
Ah.
Let's see.
You're in the area where I was putting cards, but
He doesn't care.
no, he doesn't.
Good afternoon, everyone. Meep on the Moose. Welcome.
People in the mood, how you doing today?
Welcome, friend.
Good to see you. I'll try to figure out how to put these cards here. Maybe I'll put them on top of the cat.
I like that.
Those are some colorful quilts you've got there. Yeah, they are. Oh, and Juju is slowly making his way on top of everything.
Were we in your way?
Yeah. Well, we'll just play on top of him. You know, if he wants to lie across it, we'll make this work. We'll play on top of him. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Can this go here?
Yeah.
It's good.
And I'm gonna lie the cards up here. There's no way this could go wrong. Although I'm gonna put that one down there just so if he moves, they don't all go together. But yes, we are playing some Patchwork Doodle with some very colorful quilts right now. We're doing our quilting rave at the moment. Cats do love quilts. Ah, yeah, they made a game about that. They did, and we do have that game too.
We have that game as well.
Calico. Yes.
Calico.
We'll have to play that one at some point. That's probably why Juju's attracted to our quilt.
We should have like a month where we play a bunch of cat games. We have a lot of cat games.
We should. Has this one now become a cat game?
It is
because
now a
we have
cat
made
game.
a quilt that is attracted to cats. So this is like Calico in real version because we've got the real cat
Real
on
life
top of
Calico.
the quilt that we're making.
All
So I
right.
feel like he's mostly on top of mine right now, so I think
So
I
you're
scored
winning?
some extra points for getting the cat on my quilt.
Where's the dice? Or the dice?
Probably under the cat somewhere.
Excuse me, sir.
Let's try to find the dice under the cat.
Are we bothering you?
Do you have the dice? Is it down here somewhere?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh,
there
it
it
was
is.
under his head. We
All right,
got
you're
it.
good, you're
We're
good.
good. We're good. Yeah.
Back to sleep.
Relax.
All right.
Lydia
Where's the cat
bones.
bones? Hello.
Hello, Juju.
Hello.
Yeah, don't mind us.
Three.
Don't pick it off of Juju.
1, 2, 3. Hey, we got a oneer. Look at
All
that.
right. So, we'll place these on top of the cat for now, since he's in the space where I usually would put them. Oh, now he's moving.
Oh.
All right, so here's our next one, the one.
You know, you're super helpful, right?
Oh, goodness. All right, I actually needed one of these ones. He is slowly creeping more and more on top of everything.
Juju.
Might need to eventually move him, because now I can't see half of the cards anymore.
I know.
What are you trying to do?
Let's try to find the zoom in.
The zoom.
Is it this one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we've got this nice cat playing across everything at the moment.
Juju. Juju, I know you can hear me. All right, where do I go with my little oneer there?
I don't know. Where do you want to go with it?
For
The best game ever. Yes.
oh goodness.
Oh, Juge. I'll straighten this card on you since you keep shuffling. Crazy cat.
Okay, I'm gonna take a gamble here.
So who else? I know Time Roller has a cat. Anybody else in here have cats that like to lie on your games as you're playing them?
You know what we didn't do?
What?
We didn't
Do a prediction now. At this point, it's a little late.
It is.
We'll do it next time.
Okay. I am gonna take a gamble here
Okay.
that this piece is gonna come up eventually, and it's gonna go right there.
Okay. I mean,
I'm gambling.
the thing is that since we're in the final round of the game right now, the last turn of this round, there'll be 3 patches left on the board, and you can choose one of them to play. So at some point, you can get that one.
I'm buddy. All right.
Okay. Hopefully everybody has drawn their single 1 square patch. All right. Oh, you're making him scratch.
Is that a thing cats do?
I don't know.
All right.
I need that one too, Drew.
All right. We're gonna get it. I have faith
All
here.
right. We're gonna leave these on the cat.
Well, you want to roll?
Sure.
I'll let you roll. So how many people have cats?
Anybody? I know Time Roller does. I've seen Time Roller's cat. Anybody else?
We have a cat.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, there's at least 1 cat in this house.
Although
Probably more.
it'd be weird if we didn't have a cat at this point.
Although he's...
Oh yeah, he's rolling. He's scrolling on the mouse.
I don't know how he was doing that. Okay.
I don't know either.
All right, we'll click off of that so he doesn't click on anything.
All right.
Okay.
2.
2. And the thing is under Juju's head, so we'll pull that out. 1, 2. Here we go.
Okay. Are we in your way, sir?
All right, here's the next one.
Oh, buddy. Let's see.
Let's see. Are you helpful to me at all?
Me? No, probably not.
I guess I could fit it in here somewhere. So if it doesn't fit, I can't draw anything. If it doesn't fit, do you have any of your powers left to maybe cut it or make it fit? If so, then you can use one of your abilities on the side to make it fit. Otherwise, correct, you have to pass and not draw anything. I think that is one of the downfalls of getting close to the end of the game right now, is that
I know.
that is a possibility that could happen.
What is this one? A T.
Used all but the 1x1 square. Okay.
Yeah. This game was easier when I had a huge quilt to play with.
And if you still have available the use another one again, or number 4,
It's true. I do have that one.
yeah, you can technically use something again, like one to the side or cutting, if you have that one available to
My
you.
hair's just all over the place now. Now that it's dried. Choo-choo. He's so cute.
He's cute, but he's in the way.
He is in the way a little bit. I might have to pass on using this one because I don't want to use a cut.
Okay. I mean, you don't have too many more opportunities to use them. Getting close to the end here.
I know. Maybe I'll use a cut, I guess.
It's up to you. You don't have to.
I mean, the problem is, like, I've got a specific space for this one. I could cut and put that one there, but then all I'm left with is these here.
Yeah. You do you, boo. Whatever makes you happy.
Which one is going to be a 1x, so that's fine.
Yeah. Get this back up on the screen here. Now that Juju's pushing everything off.
Tell you what. I'm going to use a cut and hope for the best here.
Okay. The big shapes are so challenging at this point. Correct. They are very challenging at this point. Yeah, there's definitely some that will not fit on my board either. And Juju's kicking off all the cards I put on him.
Well, he's rearranging. He doesn't even care about the cards.
No, but here we go. We'll try it. We'll try it again. Yeah, he doesn't really mind that the cards are on him. He just was wanting to sit in a different position. Yeah, we're getting close to the end here.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. Roll for the next one. Try to add this one to the Juju pile.
One.
Here.
Hey, I got the one we needed.
Nice. All right, let's see if I can align these on Juju a little bit better. He's kind of awkward shape to try to put things on.
That's not nice. You're gonna give him a complex. Tell him he's in awkward shape.
An awkward shape.
Tell him he's in awkward shape.
Well, he's just a little more round than the table is.
Lydia, give him a
He's a
complex.
tiny kitty, but it's hard to put cards on him and get him to stay.
Give him a little complex.
All right,
You're gonna hurt his
so
little
here's
feelers.
Our fourth one.
Don't listen to her, Juju. You are not in odd shape. You're beautiful the way you are.
He's rolling again. He keeps rolling. He's making it very hard for me to line things up on stream when he keeps rolling. Here we go. Boop, boop. I don't know that anybody actually still needs any of those cards anymore, but they're just fun to try to put on Juju now. It's like a whole separate game. Trying to balance cards on a cat. I mean, if he's gonna lie on the table right now, it's like he's asking for me to just put things on top of him. Pretty sure.
I see you. Yes. Look, I just scratch your little face. Ooh, what a pretty
This is
quick.
the one you wanted. This one.
This is the one I wanted.
Unfortunately, like, I'm left with just some weird shapes at this point that not much else is gonna fit into.
Well, don't feel bad because I can't use any of these except for this one.
Oh. Yeah, I think that
Hey,
might
you
be
did a polka dot too, in the same spot. It's
mine.
like you're cheating.
I don't think that it has any effect on the points in the game.
You don't know.
And my polka dots are more oblong.
Oblong?
Oblong.
Oblong?
Oblong. Let's see. All right. So technically, we have one more that we're pulling for everybody, and then after that one, everybody can choose what they want their final shape on their board to be for their last one. So, we'll take
Is
this
anybody
halfway.
else in the position I'm in where, like, I have these two and these three?
All right, so I'll roll this one.
All right.
Well, I feel like because I've got like two here, and two here.
Yeah.
So that doesn't give me a whole lot of good things to work with. All right,
Three.
So 1, 2, 3. That means that everybody gets this nice T shape to draw right now, and then for the final one, we get.
Yeah,
to
I'm in a
choose from-
similar situation. Ugh.
Yes, this is the final one before we choose our final one.
May
I
I
feel
borrow?
like I said that wrong.
May I borrow your 2 times?
No.
I need it.
You said that one available too.
I know, but I can't use any of those.
Oh well.
I need this one.
You should have used that earlier.
Hey, Jack.
Alright, so yeah. Everybody's trying this one, and then we get to choose our final one. Okay. Do I want to use my 2 times for something else?
I don't think there's anything I can do on this one.
Possibly.
Okay, I have to take a picture of the kitty now.
I don't think I actually can use it for... Is it going in our Discord?
Yes.
Which, if anybody would like to join our Discord who is not already in there, ! Discord in the chat. We'll bring up a link to join our Discord. There is a channel in there for animal pictures.
Strictly for posting animal pictures.
Yeah, your pet pictures. So a lot of our pet pictures from stream get thrown in there. Like Juju right now.
I just threw Juju in the Discord.
I don't think I actually can even cut this one to work for me. I mean, I would just cut it into a 1 squarer. Which, if that's the case, I could just use this 1 squarer twice. Which I guess I'm gonna do. Alright. So I'll just use... What will give me the biggest thing? This one. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna put that there with my 1 squarer.
Nice. I can't use that.
Alright.
And now we do one more round, right?
Yeah, so after this one, then you can choose which of the 3 remaining ones you would like to, I'll put that one on Juju. So any of these ones that are not currently on Juju, you can choose one of these if you have room, which hopefully everybody has room at least for the 1 square on there, so that one's convenient.
Everybody should be able to do the 1 squarer.
Yeah, as Juju looks at it.
Hey. Oh yeah, buddy.
So yeah, so you can choose for your final one to use one of these 3. I have to pick the 1 by 1. Yeah, the 1 by 1
Smart.
is probably going to be the best bet. What is it?
He has this little bitty meow. He just turned and looked at Lydia and goes, meow. All right, 1 by 1.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick the 1 by 1 as well. I don't know that anything I do at this point is going to actually get me any more points. I mean, technically, I don't have to take the 1 by 1. I could take one of these other ones and cut it to fill, but I don't know that that's going to get me any more points. All right, I'm going to do number 5, and I'm going to use my cut twice just to get 2 boxes out of it, I think, and fill in one of these 2s over here. I'm getting lazy at the end here.
Laziness.
Yeah. All right. And then once you do that, you can tally up your points for round 3, and then add up any of your empty boxes remaining and put them in the little negative box that's on there. And then you can calculate your final score from it, adding up everything from rounds 1, 2, and 3, and then subtracting your empty boxes.
Okay.
And let us know where you're at for your final score. Let's...
Quilting rave!
Calculator.
Let me see.
I don't feel like mathing.
Let's see.
Math for me.
Yeah.
You back with my calculator over here.
Juju.
I can't see my numbers to math. Okay, I'll let you finish. Oh, is that my total?
I think so.
Should I double check? 128 for Darium. Nice.
Nice.
Way to go.
Flat 100 points there for Blackberry Brown Bear.
Nice.
Blackberry Brown Bear.
And D20 Dice Man says
116.
Nice.
Nice.
Way to go, everybody.
-4. Nice.
Nice. I got 105. Drew got 126. Way to go, everybody. So that means that Darium won.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Nice.
But we're all winners because that was fun. Awesome. Because I think that was all that was playing with us, right? There wasn't anybody else
I
I'm
think so.
forgetting. If I am passing up anybody and you're still telling your score, feel free to drop that in there. But yeah, hopefully you all had fun. I had fun.
I had fun.
Good job, Darium. Yes. Way to go.
Nice, Darium.
Switch it over to our talking cam, even though the other cam had the nice juju going across
The other
it.
cam was cuter.
It was cute with juju across it. But switching over to this one.
I like that game. That's
The
fun.
game has ended.
That one's fun.
Yeah. Congrats to everyone, but mostly Darium. Yes.
I agree.
Way to go, Darium.
I'll send a link, but here's my MS Quilt. If you're in our Discord, you can pop it in Discord.
Yes. I don't know if you are on Discord at all.
What is it, buddy? What is it? We played a few minutes ago. You had to give me a few
But-
more minutes.
If you are on Discord, that's a link to our Discord. If you want to throw it in there,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll work. Yeah,
Well-
feel free to share any pictures of anything that you did
Hey,
into
look.
our Discord.
D20 Dice Man joined our Discord.
Yeah, feel free to share anything in there.
Especially if you're cats.
Yes.
That was kind of a slurred statement, but especially if you have cats.
Yeah, cats.
Cats.
Cats. Cats.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, yeah. But that was fun. Hopefully you all had fun. We had fun. We appreciate y'all playing along with us and hanging out with us. Sorry, I always try to like tilt things
I know.
to get you in
were
the
being
shot.
cut off. I like you in the shot.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, thank you for the follow,
Thank you so
Darium.
much.
Glad you were following us. Glad that after you win, you were like, I can follow these people now that I've won their game.
I have won. I guess I can follow.
Ah, thank you for the follow.
I will only follow if I win.
Was it contingent on you winning the game?
If I lose, I will not follow these people. Ridiculous.
Oh, but we
It was a
we
lot of
appreciate the follow.
One thing that just popped up in chat a minute ago is a great game. Thank you for running it for us. Oh, thank you for joining. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
One thing that popped up in chat a minute ago by Stream Elements. If you wanted to buy this game and you were just fell in love with it, you can use the affiliate link we have there and buy it. It doesn't give us a ton of money, but it does give us a tiny little kickback for buying it through us. That
Yeah.
works in the United States and Canada. I believe.
Currently, I can add more countries, but I would just have to sign up to be an affiliate in those countries.
Yeah, if
So.
you so choose. If you don't want it, that's fine too.
Yeah. Another thing that also popped up in chat is also
Oh, the play
being a
test.
playtester for us.
That
We
is
are
true.
working on our own board game right now.
We are.
It is in the process of being made, called Tunnel Trouble. We are currently having a giveaway for anybody, also in the US and Canada. Unfortunately, for anybody outside of there, you're still welcome to be a play tester for us, but unfortunately, you're ineligible for this current giveaway. But anybody who play tests for
Yay,
us,
Canada!
Canada, yes. But anybody who play tests for us within US and Canada before October gets entered into a giveaway for a $25 game store gift card to a game store of your choosing.
Yep.
So if you would want to be a playtest for us, it's a really it's not that hard of a game. It's a kind of light to medium weight, tile laying, push your luck sort of game where you're playing as gophers, digging through tunnels, trying to find food and avoid a farmer. It's just a silly little game.
Yeah, it's a
but
lot
if
of fun.
anybody would be interested in bling,
Good night from me, 2 a.m. Darium, thank you so much for joining and hanging out.
Good night.
Enjoy
Thank
your
you for
evening.
being here.
Or good night, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 a.m. Yeah, that's late.
It
I'm
is.
curious. Where in the world are you at where it's 2 a.m. right now?
Where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
Where in the world is
Carmen
Darium?
Oh. Sweden.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, you have a good night.
Darium, champion of the rave quilting.
Yes. Oh, very cool.
It was a lot of fun. I like that.
Yeah. But yeah, if anybody did want to be a playtester for us, the link that popped up in chat a little bit ago, if you click on that, there's also a sign-up sheet to be a playtester. We're doing both in-person ones. I know not very many people watching us right now are near us, but there's also Tabletop Simulator playtesting as well. So if people are not opposed to TTS, you can playtest with us there.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds a lot of fun though. We're hoping one day once we get to play the play style the way we want, we plan to play it on stream at some point.
Yeah, we're still trying to work out the kinks. We want it to be good before we show it off to everybody.
We're perfectionists like that.
I am.
We like the 3 to 4 player variant, but with 2 players, it's just kind of it's okay. It's been hit or miss.
We're working on it. We've got some ideas of things we wanted to try out. We just need to actually work on it.
Yep. So,
which is what we're doing.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I like Patchwork, and this was a ton of fun.
It was. And we will be back again next week.
We stream every Tuesday,
4:30 p.m. Central Time.
And we will usually throw in a group game Thursday or Friday.
The bonus play along.
Thanks for the game. Have a good one. Bye from the UK. Dice Man, thank you so much for joining and hanging out.
Thank you for being here, D20 Dice Man.
Friends in the UK too.
Yeah, there's people. That's one of the things I love about Twitch. It's just like there's people from all over the world on here. That's why I feel bad that we're doing things in like US and Canada only for the giveaway. And even for the Amazon affiliate link, I can add more countries on there.
Yeah.
If I know that people will actually want to use the link, I can add more countries.
Yeah.
But I only do it if I know somebody's like, hey, I want to use your link, and I'm in such and such country.
Yeah.
I'll do it just because it's a whole process of like applying to it. I'd have to do it for each individual country, and it would take me all day to do it for every country they have available. But if I know people want it and would use it, I will make that link work for you.
You're a stinking adorable cat.
Yeah, Juju's being
cute
at the moment. So we'll be back next Tuesday. I can't remember. We created a schedule of everything that we were going to be doing, and I forgot which one we scheduled for next Tuesday already.
I don't remember offhand. We can look though.
I can try to look.
But we do stream Tuesdays at 4:30 Central Time.
I'm singing along to music.
All right.
Can you tell? Let's see if I can.
1 second, we're checking
to
see which game is going to be played next Tuesday.
We are planning on doing Fort next Tuesday. It looks like that. That's what we have on our schedule. We do not have any of the expansions. I saw that they have an expansion for it right now, which looks like a lot of fun. The Cat and Dogs expansion, which looks adorable, which I feel like we need to get at some point. We only recently got Fort, though.
I have to take a picture of this now because he's being very...
Singing along to the lyricless music, yes. All right, he's ruining what you just did, but I'm switching over to the live game cam. So Drew's over here currently, like, making a card castle on top of Juju. You can't fully see it on there, but...
Sorry, I got distracted by kitties.
There's a cat under all these cards at the moment.
Oh, goodness. All right, sorry, Juju. I'll remove it. Here. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm sorry. I was playing with the cat.
Yes.
He's adorable. Did we want to find somebody to raid?
We will, yes. We'll be back next Tuesday, 4:30 p.m. Central Time. We will not have a bonus stream next week, so we will just be doing the Tuesday one. Just because, card packful, yes. Packful. Since next week we actually have our monthly in-person game night that we run.
But if you're in and around San Antonio, you're welcome to join us on our in-person board game night next Friday.
Yes, you're welcome to join us. Feel free to reach out for details.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and as I try not to run over a dog, try to find somebody who is on right now. Let's see.
Anybody have any recommendations for who they like to watch on stream? If not, we can find somebody. We can find somebody that has a few people.
Board Game Geek TV is fun.
Board Game Geek TV. What are they?
Bagel Cut Games is on doing their usual of Marvel Legendary. There's so many board gamers on right now that I'm thinking.
Where is everybody?
I don't know. Apparently Thursday night. Everybody probably everybody's gonna jump on as soon as we get off.
I know.
Like, I don't know what time everybody's starting up, but...
What is it?
And I always realize, like, from this angle, sometimes on stream, it looks like I'm wearing a shirt with no shorts. There are shorts on. Just... I know that sometimes it's an awkward angle on stream. I've noticed that the last time I'm just like, I look like I'm not wearing pants.
She obsessed over it for like 3 days.
I am wearing shorts. And I was wearing shorts the last time I did this too, I promise.
It all started because I sent my family a screenshot of one of our streams, and she's like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, I'm like, it looks like I'm not wearing pants. I do. I wear shorts. It's just hot for pants.
Apollos, did you want to say goodbye? Come on, come here, come here. Come say goodbye. Come say goodbye. Say hi. Bye bye.
Did we raid Board Game Geek TV?
Raid Board Game Geek TV.
We raided them before.
All right. We'll raid somebody new.
That we haven't raided. They're not new people by any means.
No, somebody new to us.
Yeah.
Somebody we haven't raided.
They're starting.
Oh.
Or do we want to raid somebody who's currently on? What a lovely pup. Yeah.
I know. He's a good boy. He's walking away.
Let's see. Trying to see what people are doing. With that, we can go ahead and raid Bagel Top Games.
Let's raid Bagel Top Games. Yeah, let's raid Bagel Top.
Because I don't know when Board Game.
I don't know.
Since Bagel Top is actually doing stuff right now, they've raided us before.
We are going to raid Bagel Top Games.
Yeah, they're playing some Marvel Legendary.
You want to throw your throw the happiness at the raid?
I mean, people can just drop in their own raid things.
Yeah.
It's nothing that fancy. But there you go. If you want to copy and paste that, throw that in. Or just drop in your own raid emotes. Drop in some love. They've raided us once before. We'll give them a raid back. Share some love. Let's see. There they are. Alright. Start getting the raid going over there.
Thanks for the stream. Have a good evening, y'all. Thanks for the stream. Chat with you next week. Thank you so much for everybody who dropped in. Got to say hi and hung around and played. Meeple and the Moose, Blackberry, Brown Bear. Jarek, thank you so much for hanging out.
Yeah. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for everybody who rated in, who followed. You all are amazing. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Take care.